Hello, how everybody doing? My name is Emily Sally Crawford. Today I am not wearing a dress and I'm not wearing a wig. I'm still transgender, but people still misgender me. I'm not a woman if I don't wear a dress and wig. Maybe sometimes I don't want to wear a dress and wig. And sometimes I feel too lazy. I just don't know whether. But I'm still a trans woman in my own way. But this video is not about me being transgender. This video is about have something to do with the new Windows 11. And Windows 11, you know, Microsoft said there would not to be another Windows build. We was proven wrong that yes, Microsoft leased Windows 11, and then in July, Windows 11 is beta's going on. Windows 11 in the beta stage. Microsoft announced it June 29th. It was now June 25th that Microsoft announced Windows 11. And I have to say, I like Windows 11. I want to get a Windows PC. At first I got a Chromebook and I thought it was a Windows PC, but now I will got to buy another Windows PC because this Chromebook it don't do what I wanted to do. It don't. In the UBS drivers. Some UBS drivers work on it, some don't. And I just on something I just prefer a Windows PC. So what my take about Windows? I like it. It's way better than Windows 10. Windows 10 to me got old. It started looking like it's got a little old to me, especially when you had a Windows PC and it crashed. And I bet Windows 11 gonna crash. I bet Windows 11 gonna have the boot screen errors. But what I saw and what I looked pretty good. But the problem, and I hear some people complaining about Windows 11. And I hear some people complain about Windows 11 and say, my computer can't run on it. I have an old Dell computer. Let me get out. Now, this was my Windows PC. But if I get this computer fixed, it might won't run Windows 11. I bought this computer. 2015 that I bought this computer. And I like this computer because it have we have almost almost 1 terabyte worth of memory. It got way more memory than the Chromebook, and it have now you it got two USB drivers. It had way more USB drivers than a Chromebook. 3. and it's made by Dell, and I paid $300 for it. I definitely gotta get another Windows PC, but when I do get one, um, I hope pretty good. I hope go down to Walmart and get one. But what my opinion is, if you got a little cash, it don't matter. So rolling a little cash or here and there, it won't matter. You know, you can get a Windows laptop for $100. You know, at Walmart. And I definitely want Windows 11. The what I saw, I definitely want Windows 11. And when about this time, um, when I went on a vacation, I went to Missouri, and I went to Macon on the 8th. And when I went to Macon on the July the 8th, I didn't know nothing. Cause I ain't had no internet at the time because I was going to the bus station in Macon. You know, I had no internet at the time, so I went to the bus station in Macon, and then I went on to, Atlanta. And I didn't know when I was looking at Beta Archives, they found another 1.0 beta build. It's a 1.0 beta build and pre-DR4. For the longest time, the oldest beta build was the 1.0 development release number 5, and it was released on October the 31st, 1984. So it released October 31st, 1984. It was the last the 1.0 uh, development release series. So this will be the last 1.0 development release series. There is other beta builds, what they call 1.0 pre-DR5, but they not yet final. And it was so hard to find the beta build because they didn't know where the beta build was at. They didn't know that somebody might have the beta build and did not say nothing. Somebody might kept the beta build secret and say nothing to beta, who did not say nothing to beta, did not say nothing to beta archives. And I am a member of beta archives, and I was happy that we found a pre-DR5, a pre-1.0 DR5 build. It is hard to find them. Cause I like the interface manager for 1983. I love the 1.0 interface manager. I love the Comex build. I love the 1.0 Comex build for 1983. And these ones are very hard to find. And it was a member named All Those Beta Group found that bill. And, Windows 11, they got them beta bill. At that time that Windows 11 come out, there's a beta bill of Windows 1.0. It just came out. Right now, he only released the user guide and he only released the user guide and the release note. But he said down in the road he will release the actual build. And I want to know what is an actual build of DR, the 1.00 DR4. And the 1.00 DR4 was released in August of 1984. And what is the 1.00 DR? What is the 1.00 DRs are? Is to help applicate the bearers to set up Windows. At the time in 1984, Windows was in the beta stage. Windows 1.0 was in beta. It like Windows 11. Windows 1.0 was in the beta stage. They didn't know where it was going to go, what pilot going to be, and you know, at that time, Windows. If you look at the interface manager, Windows did overlap, but they took that out in the comment bill. Windows did not overlap, and in the interface manager, the interface manager was similar to Microsoft Multipad. You know what? You know, in 1980, there was a spreadsheet named Microsoft Multipad. It was similar to Microsoft Word for DOS, Microsoft Multipad for DOS, that the menu was on the bottom of the screen. And there's a one command. You go on the one command. That's how the interface manager works. You go on one, or you type down R for one, and you click down to the program, and the interface manager bring up the list of the program on it. And that's how the interface manager works. I actually like that build. I wish they would find it, but I already know what interface manager looked like because it looked like Microsoft Word for DOS. It looked like Microsoft Word for DOS. It looked like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Multipad for DOS. It looked for Microsoft Chart for DOS. It looked simple. I wouldn't mind finding these bills, but the problem is hard to find them, and a lot of these collectors throw away bills. And I remember I'm a Son the Hedgehog pussy. And you know, they kept finding Son the Hedgehog 2, Son the Hedgehog. They kept finding more and more Son the Hedgehog 2. Then they found Son the Hedgehog 3 and Son the Hedgehog 1. And then a guy named DRX started finding he kept finding more Windows, more Sonic 2 beta building. He found Sonic 3. And then soon later he found Sonic 3 beta build. And thus it's just one beta build. And then pretty soon he could start found Sonic 1. It took a long time. And just like come back to the Sonic 1. That how many years that it took to find Sonic 1? It took 30 years. It takes so many long time to find a lot of these beta builds. It like a lot of these collectors sometimes sit on these builds. Sometimes they don't tell people I have these beta builds. Sometimes they sit on these builds and they don't tell, oh, I might have this beta build. Or this beta build I have is Sonic 1. And we found Sonic 1 beta build. It was in the guy who found it had a Sun 1 beta bill and gave it to DR4, the guy who found Sonic 2 beta bill, the guys who found Sonic 3 beta bill, and he also leased it to DR4. And that's how we got Sonic 1. And it's the same with Windows 1.0. Because like I like beta software. I I'm a member of Beta Archives, and we hopefully pretty soon we will get that bill. We will see what inside this early Windows. And I thought to look at the beta user guide. I thought looking at the beta user guide and the what they call it, the release, the beta, the 1.1 beta release guide and the 1.1 beta user guide. And you find a lot of stuff out that we never know about Windows 1.0 pre DR5. It is a lot of stuff, and Windows 11 is coming out. That happy, and then you got Windows 11, and then you got Windows 1.0 DR. You got Windows 1.0 DR4 is coming out. So if you're a person who like Microsoft Windows or any Microsoft person, you'll be happy. We found a Windows 1.0 beta build. It Windows 1.0 DR4 August 1984. And the first DR was in May 1984. And there have been 5 Windows 1.0 DRs. The first was DR Windows 1.0 DR1 released May 29, 1984. DR2 was released June the 26th, 1984. DR3 was released July 1984. According to the 1.0 DR4 release notes. And you have DR4 August the 31st, 1984, it will release. And you have DR5 October the 31st, 1984. So in a way, we have the only way now we know what the DRs with date, how they look. Because you also got to figure out that Bill Gates was advertised pre-Windows Windows 1.0 beta software. And you see I advertised that Bill Gates in the 10-2000 computer. That was what Microsoft did. They took DR1 the DR3 and they added colors to a color driver. And that is actually 1.0 DR1 to DR3. What they call the 10-2000 bills, which I kind of like. I kind of like Windows in color. And that's what it did. And I pray God one day we hope we find that bill. There's so many Windows bills need to be found, discovered. And one day I hope they find Windows 2.0 beta bill. I love Windows 2.0. I love Windows 1.0. I love Windows 2.0. I love all the old Windows builds. I love Windows 3.0 beta builds. I love them. And I have them in my collection. I can't wait when Windows 1.0, when he released the contents, or did he say that he almost released the content and did not. Now you got to find a person who can archive, do this archive. The problem, and you got to understand, floppy disk that old, you just can't put a floppy disk in a computer is modern. There is a process that be done. And you got to archive that disk to make sure there is no disk error. Because if anything, the data would be gone. So he want to be careful, which I understand that. Be careful, take your time, don't be in no hurry. And then we'll have a Windows 1.0, Windows 1.0 DR4 beta build. A pre-DR5 beta build. We'll have a pre-DR5 beta build found. So that would be a good thing. The 1.1 PR 5 beta build in our collection. I wish it was the interface manager, or I wish it was any other, but it's still PR. It's still a 1.1 pre-DR5 builds, and it's better than nothing. It's better than no 1.1 pre-DR5 beta build. Then you got Windows 11 coming out. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to downloading Windows 1.0. I'm looking forward to downloading Windows 11 beta builds. I'm looking to download DR4 beta build when it come out, or when he release it to the public. So that'd be the first time we had a pre-DR5 beta build. Cause it's hard to find these beta builds. It's hard. I was looking for Windows 1.0 beta build 5 years ago. And then you got Windows 11 coming out, that pretty big. That historic. The person who found a pre-DR5 beta build of Windows 1.0, I wish it was Interface Manager. I wish it was a Windows 1.0 Comex build. I wish it was the Windows 1.0 April 1984 build. But that Windows 1.0 DR4 is a pretty good build. I can't wait he release it out. And one day, I hope we find more beta builds of Windows 1.0. I hope we find more beta builds of Windows 1.0. Yeah, and it's a good day for Microsoft. And I bet the person who found the 1.1 beta build and put it out, live magazine could be talking about, oh, look at pre-DR5 builds. Somebody found a pre-DR5 build. Was lost. Now found. And that may one day we will find the interface manager. Maybe one day we'll find the interface manager. Maybe one day we'll find the one of the 1.0 Comex build. We will find it. If sometimes you just got to wait. And the wait is good enough that somebody say, if one man can come forward, then somebody else come forward. Maybe somebody else have The interface manager did say nothing. I have the last copy of a Windows 1.0 operating system. With that historic pre-DR5, that's pretty historic. So, maybe one day we will find an interface manager. That's my favorite Windows 1.0 beta build. But I like DR4. I'm gonna try it out when it come out, and I'm gonna try out Windows 11. Now I can't try it on the Chromebook because it take up too much. The Chromebook you gotta have enough, and this Chromebook don't have enough space for Windows 11. So I might gotta get me a new Windows PC. So it's a good uh, day for Microsoft. Windows still, most computers still run Windows. If you Microsoft and somebody find a Windows 1.0 beta build inside and release it to the public, that's a good day on the PR for Microsoft. So, I'm happy. I'm happy that we found our Windows 1.0 beta build had, to be discovered. But you still gotta wait for him to dump the contents of the disk. It's gonna take time, so I ain't no hurry. But it probably be a few days to a few weeks that he released the contents of the disk. And that'd be a great day for anybody who interested in Windows 1.0 beta build, anybody who interested in beta software. That interest day that you like these software, it interests. That interests me. So Windows 1.0 beta build, kudos. You found a rare beta build of Windows 1.0. And anybody give him space. But don't hassle him. You could call more you hassle people, they don't want to release the software. So it's best to wait when he released the contents of the disk, which it might take a couple days or a few weeks, he released it. And the waiting game is the best way to go. Then you have a Windows 1.0 pre-DR5 build because it was last year ago. It was around about last year ago we found the somebody at Bear Archive released a Windows NT build pre-October 1991 build. It can be found, but you gotta give them time to find them. You gotta give them space. Don't rush them because if you rush it, they won't release it at all. You still gotta give them time and space, and if we don't, in a couple weeks from now, we know he won't release it all, and we just find other contents. But other than that, I think that'll be the end of the video. All right. See y'all later.